Good afternoon. My name is Doris. Today I want to discuss how to cope with a loss of someone, which is part of life lessons. On December 24th, 2019, which was last year, when I heard that I lost my grandmother, my maternal grandma, I was saddened, devastated, and hurt. She was my grandma. She died at the age of 80. When I heard about my grandma's death, I was shocked. And it started when my mom was crying. She called me and she said that my grandmother had passed. I was devastated and shocked. And I sat down and I grieved and I said, how can this happen? What I learned, not everyone wants to live. Oh, that's what I learned. My grandma was, old at the point that it's time for her to die because she lived a long life. She was ill, which I have heard from my mom when one of my uncles told her that she passed, and he told the reason about why my grandma had passed because she was ill, her body was aching her, and my grandma said that she didn't want to go to the hospital. She would just want to go to prayer church. And she said it was time for her to die, which she did. And it was bad. I wish that my grandma could have stayed in this country with me and my family so she can get proper health treatment. But my mom said that she wants to die in Nigeria and that's her choice. And that's what I learned. Not everyone wants to live. I even remember the moments that I shared with my grandma when she lived with me and my family, which include my mom and my siblings. And the the most memorable moments when my siblings and I were excited for our grandma to come in this country. That's what we always wanted. And I remember my grandma encouraged me to study hard and make good grades, which I did. And she taught me to overcome adversities despite my disability. She was an angel to me. When I think about her, I wish she could hear. And that's what life not everyone wants to live. That's what my friend told me when I shared with her about the death of Christophe St. John, who was one of my favorite actors. He died on February 3rd, 2019. It happens to me my birthday. He died on my birthday. I was saddened and devastated. He was one of my favorite actors. The cause of death was hypertrophic heart disease. And that's what the cause of death, and which I'm going to share the next video. When I was having my conversation with a friend of Takura about Christophe St. John's death, and I told her that Christophe could have seek help in regard to his son's death because he couldn't get over the death of his son. That means he died of a broken heart. But the cause of his death was hypertrophic heart disease. And I was having a conversation with my friend if Christophe could have seek help immediately, none of this could have happened. And he started drinking until suddenly he collapsed until he was gone. And that's what I have heard. And what I learned from my friend Takara, not everyone wants to live, and death is part of life. And that's what I've learned. And that's it for today's topic of life lessons. Today I'm going to discuss how to cope with a loss of someone, part two, which will be a tribute to Christophe St. John, who was one of my favorite actors in television. Thank you.